Well, so far today, it's been a washout in central Mississippi. We picked up over 2¼ inches of rain, but the rain is now moving to the east of us. It should be done soon, but still not going to be a great day. We're going to see a lot of clouds, cold temperatures. It's 43 now with a north wind at about 17 miles per hour. We will see clearing skies overnight, but that helps our temperatures drop through the 30s, and we're expecting freezing numbers by tomorrow morning. We'll tell you about some sunshine coming back in the forecast in about 10 minutes. 12 News at noon starts now.
As the Pearl River recedes in the metro, our neighbors down the river are getting the worst of it. We'll have a live report out of Copiah County. Also in the Jackson area, folks who had to evacuate are finally getting back into their homes for many. It's the start of a long and expensive cleanup. Plus, former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg finally appears on a Democratic debate stage. His fellow candidates for president wasted no time in going after the billionaire. Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for joining 12 News at noon. I am Andrew Harrison. Because we are focused on you, we're also focused on the recovery. Many areas recovering after major flooding conditions. One of those places also Copiah County, and that's where 12 News' Anna Ferris joins us live. Good afternoon, Anna.
Andrew, well, like you said, am here in Copiah County on Lower Rockport Road. You can see behind me the water is very, very high. The road closure sign behind me. I'm going to step out of the way, but that house, specifically that White House down there, I've seen men driving in their trucks to put sandbags along the front and sides of that house. The water is just continuing to rise out here along with the rain. There was a man out here earlier with his livestock, his cows actually, and he was out here driving through the water on his tractor feeding them. The Pearl River is well above major flood stage here in Copiah County and is expected to crest tonight in Rockport. And the rain is still coming down, like I said, the temperature dropping for sure. And WJTV, we are focused on weather and focused on you. In Copiah County, Anna Ferris, 12 News.
All right, Anna, try to stay warm, try to stay dry. Thank you for that live report. Water is starting to recede here locally, but neighbors in Jackson have a long recovery ahead. 12 News' Linnea Lewis is live off Foxborough Drive with some of the damage left behind there. Linnea.
Andrew, it's definitely going to be a long road, but I know we've talked about some of that water receding, but just take a look. This is Foxborough Drive right now, and it's still a whole bunch of water over here. You still have cars that's trying to go through this. We were actually able to speak to some of the homeowners in this area who say that they've received some extensive damage in their homes. Some of them had a foot of water there, and I toured the homes, and one even had a strong odor from the flood water. One homeowner I spoke to says that he's not sure what will happen to his home of 15 years, but it's just a devastating situation for everyone.
For sure. We're just going to try to just rebuild. Hopefully, the state or the government or whatever kind of, help us out of some. It's a lot of people that's hurting, and, it's a lot of looters out here still getting whatever they can get.
And I was also able to speak to some other homeowners who don't have any electricity right now. They say that they were able to speak to Entergy, and their connections won't be back on until around March 19th. Now, again, we will continue to follow these developments and make sure that you tune in later to just see what those homes look like after the flood damage. Andrew, back to you.
All right, Linnea, great information as always. Thank you for that live update. Well, the silver alert for the missing man out of Hattiesburg has been lifted. 61-year-old Glenn Zell has been found. He is safe. Here's a boil water alert for folks who live in Covington County. This affects more than 2,000 customers who are served by the Willow Grove Water Association. If you plan on using your water for drinking or cooking, remember to bring it to a rolling boil for at least 1 minute. Governor Tate Reeves says more inmates will be transferred out of the infamous Unit 29 in Parchman. During a news conference, Reeves said inmates are being taken to the Tallahatchie County Correctional Facility. That transfer began yesterday, and the new housing is for inmates who could not be reclassified or swapped for lower custody level inmates. The Reeves administration renegotiated prices, so it'll cost about 5% less than before to house these inmates. And once all the inmates have been transferred, the only parts of Unit 29 that will still be in operation, death row and a repair shop. Ridgeland Police Department wants to help people who may be on their way to being arrested for having overdue fines. You know who you are. It recommended an amnesty period for that city. It'll let folks with unpaid traffic violations or misdemeanors pay the cost without worrying about those extra penalties. Richland's amnesty period is coming up February 26th, and it runs through March the 5th. And if you live in Hinds County, here's a heads up on a road closure you need to know about from the Public Works Department. Learned Road between Oakley and Holiday Road will be closed for a bridge replacement project. That road is set to close on Monday, February 24th, and it will reopen in about 90 days. I think that's the best case scenario. Well, the most fiery debate of the election season, Democratic presidential hopefuls focused their attacks on Michael Bloomberg. The former New York mayor has spent a lot of money, like $250 million on ads across America, including several here in Mississippi. But it was his first time on a debate stage in about a decade. Natalie Brand is in Washington with a look at how the candidates piled on.
Think there's any chance whatsoever.
Former New York City Mayor Mike Bloomberg was in the spotlight and under fire from fellow candidates eager to attack their latest competitor who's been rising in the polls.
I'd like to talk about who we're running against. A billionaire who calls women fat broads and horse-faced lesbians. And no, I'm not talking about Donald Trump. I'm talking about Mayor Bloomberg.
Senator Elizabeth Warren, positioned next to Bloomberg, was his toughest critic.
We have a very few non-disclosure agreements.
How many is
Let me
that?
finish.
How many is that?
None.
But all candidates on stage had their sights set on the former mayor and brought anticipated attacks on his stop and frisk policy.
Mr. Bloomberg had policies in New York City of stop and frisk, which went after African American and Latino people in an outrageous way.
The policy was abhorrent, and it was, in fact, a violation of every right people have.
Bloomberg, who has apologized for the failed policy, said he was embarrassed by stop and frisk and attempted to push the conversation to defeating the current president.
I can't think of a ways that would make it easier for Donald Trump to get reelected than listening to this conversation.
President Trump tweeted his reaction to the debate, calling Bloomberg's performance perhaps the worst in debate history, and adding, if this doesn't knock him out of the race, nothing will. Campaign watchers also gave Bloomberg lackluster reviews.
He literally felt like a visitor on the stage last night. Yes. He didn't feel like he was a part of the party.
Despite the criticism, Bloomberg picked up new congressional endorsements after the debate. Elizabeth Warren, who had the most speaking time and most jabs at her competitors, is touting a spike in fundraising. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
Thank you so much, Natalie. Bloomberg is not on the ballot in Nevada's caucus that's coming up on Saturday, but he will be on the debate stage during Tuesday's debate in South Carolina. Roger Stone arrived to U.S. District Court Thursday to be sentenced following his convictions for lying to Congress and witness tampering in the House investigation into Russian interference in the 2016 election. Stone, a longtime ally of President Trump, the sentencing comes as controversy in the case is ramping up. The president's been accused of interfering in Stone's case following tweets criticizing the recommended prison time for prosecutors. DOJ prosecutors initially recommended Stone receive 7 to 9 years in prison, which is within the federal guidelines. But after the president's tweet, Attorney General Barr also seemed to agree with the president about the sentence. The AG ordered a less harsh punishment, which prompted 4 prosecutors in that case to quit. Barr is now facing rebuke from inside the Justice Department. But Roger Stone, has been sentenced to 40 months in prison. That is 3 years and 4 months. We'll turn it back over to Kent.
All right, of course, we've had rain all day today, and it was raining most of the day yesterday. The rainfall total just from today is over 2¼ inches, but it is now beginning to move out of here. So what's next? I'll let you know with the forecast coming up next. You're watching 12 News.